Stop filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled.
Y'all already heard me trading, huh? I was already trading my way. Took a few trades already. We're up a little bit. Nothing crazy. I'm on short on gold right now. See if it holds. We got stopped out. So we're only up $368 in the morning. I was up to 2,200 at one point. Scalping in queue, but we here now. We here. Morning, everybody. Morning. How we feeling? Will, what's up? Eric. Jay, what's up, man? Good morning. Well, we had PPI. Where my intro music at? I don't know. I just haven't really, haven't really felt like dropping it in the morning. You know, you gotta change it up. You know. So one day you're gonna think that there's no intro music, and also I'm gonna drop that intro music. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it fresh. You gotta keep it fresh every now and then. But hey, let's get the party started. Like the stream just to get everything going. We had PPI just drop. Canada, red news. Shout out to you, Will. I'm relaxing. Nice, bro. Nice. Red news dropped for Canada. Here we go. All right, I like shorts on gold after the pump up, you know, kind of just selling off. That's the idea. Just scalping it at the moment. So pretty risky. NQ is completely selling off, which is great. But let's do our market analyses. Starting off with gold. All right, so gold has been trading up in this range. We low of 5,111 all the way up to 5,269. We broke through this supply and then we're starting to reject currently. And then we tapped a supply way up over Chia. So we're gonna draw these out. Supply. And then we got supply. Right? And then we're going to draw our demand zones. And we have a demand right over here that I would probably look at. We zoom down to the 5 minute, and it looks like gold is holding this 5 minute demand with this EMA. So potentially wants to start making its way back up long in this area and up into this supply zone. Zoom down to the 1 minute. Yep, it looks like it wants to push up to that supply, but nothing I want to kind of risk at the moment. So that is gold. Let's take a look at NQ. Looking at NQ. Just gonna clean this all up. All right, so we have this very high supply, which I doubt that we're going to hit today. But we have a 1 hour supply right over here. Okay, that we're going to watch, and we've kind of sold off here. And then we have a demand that I'll be watching right here, which we already tapped and went long, but just got to draw them out. So we're in a bit of a range. I mean, we're currently in a 1 hour demand, but I'm not going to count that as we already tapped it and we continue to sell off. So I'm going to go down to the 5 minute, and we're continuing the sell off, right? It's selling off overnight into this morning. So, you know, I'm going to look for a potential trend line to follow on the 5 minute. So something like this. And we'd be looking for shorts up here to go short on the trend line up into supply. And then hopefully it comes down to this demand, breaks the trend line to go long. Those are my trade thesis ideas on NQ. There you go. I can make a few more intro songs so you can switch it up. Yeah, that sounds good. You know, just have different ones. Started checking out Trade C. Looks pretty good so far. Is that a prop firm, Eric? I have to check that one out. Got a spare 50 euro. I'm broke from the UK. You know what? I don't, my friend. I mean, I don't just send money to random people. So I do. I don't want to lie and say I don't. I do have 50 euro, but I don't have it to just give away to random viewers. That Steve will do its job. He monetizes himself for him to make money off of giving away thousands and thousands of dollars. So yeah. Maybe at some point I do well enough to just give away money. You know what I mean? All right. Impervious. Don't forget to like the stream. Just get that algorithm juices flowing. We're about to hit top of the hour. Gold is starting to push up. You know, I'm not mad at NQ shorts, to be honest. We got 1 minute left on this 1 hour candle. Potentially looking at some shorts And I wish the trend line followed like it does for TradingView and TopStep. It's Lucid's TopStep X draggable limit lines with price dashboard, etc. on Rhythmic though, so no TradeVit accounts. You'll need to buy new ones. Oh, I see. You can do the same thing. You can drag on TradeVit. You just have to set it up that way. I just haven't done that. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I do like TopStep's version of like dragging to take profit, dragging your SL. But I know TradingView, I think you can do that. You just have to set it up manually. I don't want to say that out loud unless it's something you're trying to make me say. Wagwan. Is that good morning, Shaq? Sounds like a good morning type of word. Wagwan. Or it sounds like a dialect from the Philippines, because I'm Filipino, so I know a little bit of like how different dialects in the Philippines sound, so I wonder if that's it. It means what's up? Oh, okay. What's up? No, it's not an option they allowed. Wagwan just means what's up in Jamaican. Oh, that's cool. It literally, there's like Filipino sounds that sound, I'm probably saying it wrong, but there's like Filipino words that sound like that. That's cool. What's up? I'm probably butchering it. Wagwan. In Filipino, it's wagwaan because there's two A's. Wagwaan. But I'm pretty sure it's not pronounced that way in Jamaican. I have a friend of mine, he's Jamaican, worked with him at Apple. Kind of blew up on YouTube. Miss that guy. He'd always have Jamaican food at work. Super happy guy. All right, well, I'm liking shorts continuation on NQ. Waiting for some sort of retracement is the best thing to do right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix my drawing here. Me for sure. I kinda like it short here. Now, the chances of shorts happening up in this 1 hour supply on gold is a good question in my mind. Like, do we make a quick scalp short on gold in this 5-minute supply? It's a very risky trade. Or do we do the continuation trade on NQ going short on the counter trend or on the trend line? So, this is 1 minute. Okay. So want to be careful, but there's this 1 minute trend line and, we can see this continuation short. Yeah, why not?
Stop filled.
Super tight stops above the 1 minute candle here. I'm just trading the continuation short. If it pushes low to the swing low. Stops above this 1 minute candle. On NQ. Not much of a very serious setup. Just kind of trading with the trend with a trend line break on the 1 minute. So it's not like A+, but willing to risk it at this point. Just with the Momo going short. See what happens here. 28 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. We really need to see a little bit more of a push to sell off. If not, I think there's a chance that it starts to flip. I'm usually in, depending on which instrument. Right now, MGC, I'm like 5 micros max. NQ, I'm at 10 micros max, so 1 mini each. Well, half a mini on gold, and then a full mini on NQ, essentially. 10 micros equal 1 mini. Gold is being bullish, not gonna predict a flip. Safer to find a place to join in on the bull move, for sure. Yep, that's why I decided to go ahead and go short on NQ. Just the momentum is short, so we're gonna join in short. Hopefully, we get other sellers. Okay, cool. I hate counter trading because I'm not good at it. You know, for whatever reason, when I was doing really well with that month of January, a lot of my trades were counter trend trades, but it was because we were waiting for break of structure or change of structure. All right, I'm going to take it off there. There's a 1 minute fair value gap, and really I'm looking at the 5 minute candle wick low, and you know, we've sold off quite a bit, and I saw a little bit of profit on that, and I decided to just take it off as I am just scalping at the moment. So essentially we need $800 for the rest of the day to pass these accounts. So let's just stay patient and wait for a bit more confirmation, and the market's about to open in a little bit. So I'm waiting for gold to come back down to like 5221. 5221 is possible. Yep. It looks like it's breaking down. Pardon me, guys. So let's delete this 1 hour demand. So this is a large 1 hour demand up here. Okay. And if we were to take a short or a counter trend trade, we'd want to wait for a break of structure. The problem with this, with price action right now, is if we were to get a legitimized break of structure, we would need to wait for this swing low all the way down in 5,200 area for it to come below here and then sweep back up to then go short. So it doesn't look like we're going to get that. That being said, I'd be more intrigued to go long at some point. Question is when and where. And if it does come back down here at the open, sure, there could be some opportunity to go long. In the interim, you know, you might have a good opportunity to take the long in this demand area because the EMA is there too. So you've got your EMA lined up, and potentially it pushes higher from here. There's nothing too clean, in my opinion, with gold currently. So I was potentially thinking of shorting up here in this supply, 5,251 area. But I don't know if we're going to get that. So now it's a matter of just trying to be as patient as possible and waiting for some sort of confluence and conviction in the trade. You know, there is this counter trend line that has formed, right? So you got this very iffy, not the greatest trend line, but it's a trend line in my opinion. So it looks something like this. And, you know, I wouldn't hate taking this short if it were to reject. I don't think it's a horrible idea. But, like we said, going long in this 5-minute demand area would start to play out right now. As of right now, the long in that 5-minute demand looks good. Now, will it hold and push higher? That's the question. I don't know. I don't have the answer for. So, the long continuation in that 5-minute demand was a good play, but not enough confluence for me to feel confident enough to take it long. So playing out nicely. So if it were to come up here, or if it, price comes down, higher high, lower high. If it comes up here, we're expecting it to hopefully push higher. So it's another higher high. We wait for a pullback, and then we can have that continuation. Now, if price comes back up into the supply, rejects, pushes lower, and breaks some sort of swing low, then we're looking for a counter trend trade to go short. But as of right now, we're just chilling. Sebastian, I'm guessing that's your name. Sebastio. What's up? This month I've been getting burned because I've been really impatient. I feel you, bro. I feel you. It's not easy. Definitely not easy. The reason why I have become more patient, again, I'm not perfect, but the reason why I've become more patient is because I already know what it's like to not be patient, like to just get into trades like whimsically, just jumping in. And the pain over the years, over the 6 years, has caused so much anguish in trading that I don't want to be in that world. Like this morning when I was scalping, I saw really good shorts. I was trading and I was like, okay, yep, I see it. Yep. Okay. Took it, went up or made some profit. And then like, oh, well, what if I just jump in right now? And I was like, wait, Shaq, like, you know what that's like just to jump in. And you said to yourself, what if happens? Like, or what if this happens? And I already know how it feels to try something without much of an idea or confluence and then getting caught. And I don't want to feel that pain anymore. So So it's like I choose to be more patient so I don't feel that pain anymore. In the beginning, we're just told to be patient. It's like, hey, just be patient in trading. Just be patient. Wait for setups. But there is no context to why. So now that I have a pain point to the opposite of not being patient, and I know what that feels like, it's much easier for me to be patient and wait for something, if that makes sense. Brazil. That's so cool, man. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna Google it. Everyone's gonna see what my man is saying here. What is the best broker? Interesting. I don't have any brokers for international. I don't know if Tradeovate is international, but Tradeovate is what I use. That's fair because there'll always be another trade. FOMO is real though. 100%. 100%. Well, that's also goes along the lines to what I was saying. FOMO does suck. Yes, it's real, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel that all the time. But when I do feel the FOMO, I start to think of the pain and the anguish I used to be in just willy-nilly doing things. And I weigh those options out now. I'm like, okay, do I want to get caught in this world or do I not want to get caught in the world of being stressed and not liking life at the moment? You know, because it's the worst feeling being in a trade. Like you're in a trade and you're locked in. You lose the trade. The next trade you win, and you're just kind of clicking buttons, and then all of a sudden you're in drawdown and you know you shouldn't be in the trade, but you're just like this, sinking inside, like, why did I even take this trade? And then we all get to the point where it's like, God, please, like, God, just this one last time. I'm not gonna do it again, God. Please bring me back to my break-even point and I'll get out. Just get me to break even and I'll get out. It gets to break even and then we don't get out. And then it comes back to our stop loss. Like, that's being on tilt. And I don't want to be in that world. So I do my absolute best to negate all those feelings and to stick to being patient and waiting for a setup that I can feel at peace about losing, which is weird to say, but at peace about losing. So yeah. Okay. Listen, I'm not mad about shorts on gold with this trend line break, okay? If it happens. So we'll keep an eye on that. Market's about to open still, not taking anything. The shorts on NQ played out pretty nice. Pretty nicely. But we're going to wait